I have been surrounded by people that have poor boundaries when it comes to giving to themselves. I think that when your cup is empty and you're giving, there's a tendency to become passive aggressive, thinking that the more you give, the more you should receive. And the more you give to others and spread yourself thin when you don't have anything to give, you start to become resentful and bitter. And so very often you'll probably find yourself saying, I give so much and get so little in return, and I have nothing left to give to myself. But at the end of the day, whose fault is that? That you give so much to others that you have nothing to give to yourself. I think being selfish is actually the most healthiest thing that you could do, because if you give to yourself first, where your cup overfloweth, then you have plenty left over to give to other people. But if you don't have anything to give to others and you're giving, and then you become bitter and resentful because of that, like, who wants to be on the receiving end of that? Certainly not me. Please, by all means, do not give to me if you've got nothing to give. I don't want to take from anyone that has nothing to give to me. Like, I respect you if you give to yourself first. I respect you if you have healthy boundaries, and I respect you if you say, no, sorry, I can't give that to you right now because I don't really have it to give. I can't hold space for you. I can't listen to this right now. I don't have the capacity. Okay, that's cool. I'll process it on my own. I don't really dump my shit on other people. I have my healers for that. I pay people for that. When it comes to my business, I pay people for holding space for me. And yes, obviously I share things with my husband, and maybe he has a different opinion and thinks that I dump things on him. Like, I hope not, but I think he equally dumps things on me as well. And that's what marriage is about, holding the container for each other as we're processing and going through things. But for the most part, I pay for people's advice, and I pay for people to hold space for me, right? And then I get sound advice in return. So I think that, like, you will never find me doing things to please you if it doesn't serve me. You know what I mean? Like, I will do things for you if it pleases me. If it pleases me to make you happy, if it pleases me to help you, I will. But I won't do it out of necessity or out of obligation. Like, I will not please you out of obligation or necessity because I have to do it. I don't like to give of my energy in that way because I have to. Like, that feels not pure, right? Like, if I give to you, I give to you from a place of purity because I have something to give and I want to give it to you. I don't give it to you because I have to give it to you. I also find that what I'm saying right now is especially difficult when you are dealing with your significant others and partners in a marriage, right? Because you do, in certain instances, have to give to them in ways that you may necessarily not want to. Like, when someone tells you to take out the trash and you're like, I don't feel like taking the trash out right now, but I do need to take out the trash because it's going to be stinky if I don't. You know what? Like, little things like that, right? But you also shouldn't be in a relationship that you feel like you need to be giving out of obligation. I don't think that's self-serving. Like, I don't think that type of relationship benefits us. So hopefully you're not in that kind of relationship, because that doesn't feel pure energy. So the most important thing is being in a state of pure energy where you're giving freely of yourself because you have it to give. Not because you need to give it in order for you to feel loved or liked or to fit in. Like, I don't give to people because I need to fit in. I don't need to fit in. The only person I need to fit in with, or the only entity I need to fit in with, is God. I fit in because I fit in, not because I give to you in a way that makes me fit in. I am my own independent, energetic being. And because of that, I fit in. And if I don't fit in your clique, and I have to give in ways that are not natural to me to fit in, I don't want to be in your clique to begin with. So there is something about healthy boundary setting and to how you give and what kind of people you attract into your life. Like, I attract people into my life that if you treated me the way that I treat you, I'm very happy. And if you give to me because you want to give to me, then I'm very happy. But if you give to me because you expect me to give to you in return in the way that you're giving to me, please don't give to me. Please do not give to me. I don't want to give to you in a way that you're giving to me. And, I don't want to play that game. Energetically, I do not want to reciprocate in that way. I want to reciprocate in ways where it actually feels good to me to give to you. I don't think that's selfish. I think that if more people practice this, we would all be better for it. We would have healthy boundaries. We would give when our cups are overflowing. We would give to ourselves first and foremost, because nobody wants you to give to them out of obligation, genuinely out of obligation. A healthy, independent person does not want you to give to them out of obligation. Like, give because you have it to give. Do not give because you need something in return. Like, I would rather you not give to me if you wanted something in return. Like, if you knew in your head, oh, if I give to her in that way, then she'll give to me in that way, that's not going to happen. You will be disappointed because I still will only do what I want to do. So respect yourself, give to yourself first, fill your cup, love yourself, and then give to others. And give to yourself in ways that you want to be given to. Not of necessity, not from neediness, but from independence and radical self-responsibility. That is not to say that when you are in a time of need, that you won't have friends that will pick up the slack and be there for you. That is not to say that when you're in a marriage and in a relationship, that when you're in a time of need where you need to give more of yourself, no, when you need to give more to yourself to fill your own cup, people won't step in to handle more responsibility around you so that you can give yourself more love and to give yourself what you need to fill your cup. Here's an instance, like when in 2023 in October, when my mom went into the hospital because the surgery, her gallbladder removal, she needed to have her gallbladder removed, and she was basically on her deathbed because everything that could have gone wrong in that surgery went wrong. And I had to quickly fly the next day from Portugal to DC to transfer her from one hospital to another, a hospital that if we left her there, she would have very likely died, and transfer her to a hospital that she's worked at for the past 20 years that will definitely take care of her in better ways. My husband had to step in and take care of all the responsibilities at the house and all of our animals and the land and this and that and carry the weight of that. And then when I came back, I also needed to nurture myself and sleep more and take care of myself and give to myself so that I can fill my cup back again. It took me a while I was on the brink of burnout again from that experience. My hormones were out of whack. My hair started falling out, like stress hormones, 26 days in the hospital by her bedside is not a little thing. So that did happen. And it did take some time for me to recuperate. And my husband did step in a big way. And then when he had his adrenal burnout and he needed to recuperate, I stepped in. But in these instances, I don't expect him to give to me when he has barely anything to give to himself. I give him what he needs by taking care of the things that need to be taken care of and holding the container for him to give to himself so that he can recuperate and replenish himself and rejuvenate and regenerate, all of those things, right? So I think that's a healthy way to look at it. And I don't do it because I expect anything in return. I do it because I genuinely love him and want him to come back into wholeness. So I think that's really important. I want to continue this conversation and what it truly means to have self-love and what the difference is between self-love and selfishness. I think that a lot of people think that selfishness is bad when it's not. It's actually giving to yourself and loving yourself in ways that you're supposed to love yourself. And the true meaning of selfishness is when you're self-serving your whole life to a degree that it does not benefit people around you, or to a degree that it actually hurts people around you, where you take from people purposefully for the sake of taking, and you purposefully do not give or reciprocate your love because you're selfish and you're a taker and all you do is take. I don't know any people like this, to be quite honest. They're not in my field. They're not in my energetic field. They're not in my circle. I will not be friends with people like that. So I actually don't know any people like that. And I'm not in that way either. So I don't have any experience in pure selfishness because I'm not a purely selfish person. And therefore, those people don't come into my field. I am very protective of my energetic space, who I let into my circle, who I become friends with, who I give to. Those that are in my circle, I give and I give and I give and I give. But if I sense that you're a taker, you don't come into my circle. And if I sense that you're not independent and can't carry your own weight and you're just going to vomit your energy on me, I don't have it. I do not hold the container of that, and I don't allow people like that into my circle. So remember, who you are is who you attract, and like attracts like. So when you have solid boundaries, everyone around you is going to have solid boundaries. And if they don't, they're going to learn solid boundaries from you, and you're going to learn how to give a little bit more from them. And then we're all like happy, go lucky, reciprocating, right? I'm also not a taker, so I don't want to be in circles where I take more than I receive or give. Like, I don't want to take more than I give. I like clean exchanges and clean energy, and I like to be around people that have to give because they have to give, because their cup is overflowing, not because if they give to me, then I expect to give back in order to reciprocate. I'm not like that either. So I hope you take something away from this. I would please comment below and let me know what you did actually understand and take away from this. I'm very curious to know. And I believe it's really important for us to continue having this conversation on what it really means to be selfish versus self-love. Because from what I've seen, more people can use some self-love and healthier boundaries.